Thank you. Rob Stone, Carly Lloyd, Clint Dempsey, Alexi Lawless back here with you. We are in Seattle, but we are taking in the images from Dallas as Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup career seemingly comes to a close. I think we're always hesitant to say things are done for the Ronaldos and the Messis of the world, as they have shown just how long they can go. But the youth of Lamine Yamal and Spain able to move on. They go to Los Angeles Friday. They will take on the winner of our next game, Belgium and the United States. The cameras finding Ronaldo. This was his 27th World Cup match. He scored 11 goals, made his World Cup debut over 20 years ago, June 11th, 2006. And now he has to sit and stare at Spain, who moves on to the quarterfinals. Lex, Spain saved it for late, but got the result that I think most will say is probably deserved.
Yeah, I think when you look at these two teams, I do think that at times they were evenly matched. You know, this was not Mexico-England. This kind of was a fizzle of a game and a fizzling ending for that man there. But he is a legend regardless of what happened here. There will always be talk about was it right to bring him? Was it right to start him? Was it right to play him? Scored some goals here. Certainly didn't star in the way that we've seen him in the past. But ultimately, I don't think that anybody would have been surprised if I told you that Spain was going to beat Portugal in a very close game and ultimately edge them out. And yeah, they left it late, but they just kept playing and playing their game and not letting themselves get stretched. And then substitutions, as we heard. They're important. They can change and fundamentally change the game.
Surprised he stayed on the field to close it out?
Not really. I think the bed was made by Roberto Martinez and this Portugal team.
I think this game was always going to be a chess match. The fact that Spain hasn't conceded a goal yet in this tournament, how lucky were we to get, you know, what we saw in the UEFA Nation League final as a round of 16 game. Sorry for Cristiano Ronaldo to go out of the tournament for what he's given to us on the international and club level. I don't know what his future holds, but it's been a joy to watch him play. And shout out to De La Fuente, the coach of Spain. He made all the right decisions. His subs came on and made the difference. Torres finding Marino with a great finish, and on the day, Spain with a better side.
And look, you know, you see Ronaldo here, obviously very emotional. Probably most likely his last World Cup. I think what's disappointing, you know, for me and probably a lot of others is, you know, we talked about this Portuguese side coming into the World Cup that could potentially contend for this World Cup and win this World Cup, and their midfield being one of the best midfields of the World Cup, and Bruno Fernandes just not really having a pulse and a key cog within this team. And there's something off about this Portuguese side. They just haven't been able to figure it out. You know, a lot of us have talked in studio. You hear Thierry and Clarence talking about, you know, not getting the service into Ronaldo. So there's definitely something, a vibe that just hasn't been clicking with this Portuguese side. And Spain, you know, to their credit, haven't been unbelievably amazing, but found a way to get it done.
I don't think we ultimately saw the best of this Portugal team. And again, it was of their own creation. And, you know, you saw pictures of Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, he's emotional with what he has been through and done as a player, certainly for this country. And who knows, but it looks like he's not going to get that final piece in the hardware of a World Cup. But, you know, this is oftentimes an anti-hero, especially in the inevitable compare and contrast with Messi. But that man right there, he bleeds for this country, and he has worked obviously incredibly hard to be given these opportunities, and he has cachet, which is evidenced by his appearance and his continual appearance, even when people are criticizing him and the coach. But this is not all on that man right there by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I think Cristiano walks out of this tournament chest held high. I mean, he scored 3 goals. He did what he could to try to help his team. Like I said, it's been a pleasure to watch him play, and if it's his last time representing Portugal, I've really enjoyed that. I also want to give a shout out to Costa. the goalkeeper of Portugal. I thought he was amazing today. Did everything he could to keep his team in the game, and ultimately, Spain was a better side.
So we now have our 5th of 8 quarterfinalists. Spain goes through. They head to LA Friday. They will meet the winner of our next match today here on Fox, the United States, taking on Belgium. Welcome to Seattle. They found us again.